Welcome to the training video on the agent side of Fixflo Basic. This video will take you through how an agent can best utilise the Fixflo Basic site, including understanding how to view issues, add new agents and teams, set up postcode assignments, view and schedule reports, amend your settings, promote Fixflo to your occupiers, and set up automations. Further, there'll be a section on how you can find out more about our other packages, Fixflo Essentials and Fixflo Professional. The first thing you see when you log into Fixflo is your dashboard. There are two panels available to add on your dashboard: viewing a list of reported issues, either oldest first or newest first. There is a much more powerful dashboard available on our other two products, Fixflo Essentials and Fixflo Professional, where you can use this to manage and track your jobs on a day-to-day basis. We will show you how to find out more about these products later on in this video. On the top left-hand corner of your site, you can see some buttons. The paper aeroplane icon can be used to send an occupier your Fixflo URL. By hovering over this, you can see that it says Send Issue Creation Link. This is extremely useful if you are receiving phone calls from occupiers trying to report issues. Ideally, you want to ensure that all of your occupiers are reporting maintenance issues on Fixflo. If an occupier does call to report an issue, you can simply click on this icon and ask them for their email address. Simply type the email address into this field and then press Send. They will then receive this email. This will have your logo, colour scheme, and your company name will display here. By clicking Report Your Issue, the occupier will then be taken through to your Fixflo site where they can report their issue. This can be reported using any device. We will go through more options for how you can promote Fixflo to your occupiers later on in this video. The bell will notify you if there are any new release notes available for you to read. These will keep you up to date with product updates and improvements. By clicking on the thumbs up symbol, you can send your feedback directly to our team here at Fixflo. We highly value your feedback and we will always respond to you. This Send Fixflo link button sits on your left-hand menu sidebar. By clicking here, you can send your occupiers your issue creation link, as you were shown earlier, by clicking on the paper aeroplane icon. As mentioned previously, this is an excellent way to turn phone calls into Fixflo reports and to help your occupiers to get into the good habits of reporting issues online. By clicking here, you can view all of the issues which have ever been submitted through your Fixflo site. This keeps everything under one roof for you. You can easily search your issues here, where you can enter an ID, address, or name. You can click on the arrow on the right-hand side of the search bar to open up a number of filters, allowing you to narrow down your search even further. You can amend the filters available and press Search to do so. 10 issues are shown per page, and you can flick through the pages here. On each issue, you can see the IS number. This is provided by Fixflo and is unique to this specific job. You can also see the date that the issue was raised, the issue title, the address, and the issue status. There are two issue statuses available on Fixflo Basic: reported and closed. On the right-hand side of each issue, you can see an Options button. By clicking here, a multitude of options display for you, including seeing an agent version of the issue. This is a PDF document of the issue, which will show you all of the details about what was reported. You can also view a landlord version of this PDF document. This includes everything except for the contact details of the occupier. You have the ability to close an issue if you wish. This enables you to keep everything neat and tidy on your Fixflo site and see when an issue has been completed. The issue priority will display for you here. The paper aeroplane symbol will allow you to resend the email to the agent to say that an issue has been reported. And the response icon is what you can use to open up a tab and send another email on to the occupier about the issue. If you do this, this will then be added to your audit history. This can be accessed by clicking on the Options button here. You can click into each issue to see more details about the job, including the fault detail, answers to the COVID questions if you have these turned on, and any media. Next to the number of results, you can see an Options button. This allows you to export all of this information out to a CSV, which is an Excel document, or a PDF. Now we are going to go through People, which sits on your left-hand menu sidebar. By clicking here, you will see a drop-down with two options, Agents and Teams. Let's begin by going through Agents. Here you will find a list of all of your agents which you have set up on your Fixflo site. You can easily add a new agent by clicking here. Once you have added a new agent, they will receive an email where they will be welcomed to Fixflo and they can set up a password and log in. They will also be added to this list. Agents can log into Fixflo. You can also set up postcode assignments to agents and assign agents to teams. We will go through teams shortly. You can see that each agent has a role. This is their user role and this must be selected when you add a new agent to Fixflo. The role determines if the agent has access to the Settings button, which sits here on your left-hand menu sidebar. This will also be explained later on in this video. If someone is an administrator user, they will then have access to everything on Fixflo, including settings. If they are added as an agent, then they will have access to most things on Fixflo, but they will not be able to see settings, teams, or add new agents, for example. User roles can be amended at any time by administrator users only. To change this, simply click into the agent profile, amend the role, and then click Save. If an agent leaves your agency, then you can easily archive them from Fixflo by clicking on their profile, scrolling down, and clicking on Archive. Once archived, an agent will no longer be able to log into the system. As you can see from this pop-up, you must ensure that any assignments have been reassigned before archiving them. You can check their assignments on the Issue Allocations tab. On Fixflo Basic, you can set up postcode assignments on this page. Postcodes can be added to this list and then press Add. You can add multiple postcodes here. Simply separate them with a comma or pop them onto a new line. You can add either just the first half of the postcode, for example SW1, or you can add the entire postcode if you wish to be more specific. Once postcodes are added, you will be able to see a list of them on this page, and it will let you know which areas this postcode covers. Going forward, whenever an issue is reported for one of these postcodes, the issue will be automatically assigned to this agent, and they will receive an email notification to let them know that this has now been reported. Postcodes can easily be deleted by clicking here. These assignments must be removed before you archive any agents. The Notification Settings tab allows you to set notifications on a per agent basis. Teams sits just underneath Agents on this drop-down on your left-hand menu sidebar. Teams can be set up and viewed by administrator users only. An example of when you may want to set up a team is when you have a number of agents looking after particular postcodes. You can click on Teams and a list of your teams will appear here for you. You can see how many agents are allocated to each team here. New teams are added here, and once you have one set up, you can click into the team, see the agents assigned to that team, and add new agents here too. To add someone to a team, they must already be set up as an agent on your Fixflo site. You cannot add another email address which isn't already set up as an agent. There is an Assignments tab, and by clicking here you can set up postcodes which should be assigned to this particular team. Once set up, all of the agents assigned to this team will then receive an email notification when an issue is raised at this specific postcode. Once again, postcode assignments can be removed by clicking here. Teams can easily be archived on the Profile tab. Please ensure that all assignments are removed before you archive a team. There are two reports available within Fixflo Basic: Issues Raised and Issues Resolved Before Submitting. Issues Raised will show you a report of all of your raised issues within a certain time frame. The time frame can be amended at the top of the page here, and you can select Custom to customize your own dates. You can export the report to a CSV by clicking here. The second report, Issues Resolved Before Submitting, allows you to see how successful your guidance and advice pop-ups are in filtering out issues before they are submitted over to you. Please note that we will go through how to add and edit these pop-ups in more detail shortly. On this report, you can clearly see the date on the left-hand side of the screen, and then moving along from left to right, you can see the number of issues started on that date, the number of issues submitted, the number of issues where in-system advice was shown to the occupier, the number of issues which were resolved by in-system advice, the number of occupiers who were shown the pop-up to say that if they would like to be present when the works are carried out, then they will receive a missed call-out charge if they are not present when they have confirmed that they will be, the number of occupiers who then continue to request to be present when the works are carried out. Please note that this is usually reduced by 20% due to the pop-up being shown regarding the missed call-out charge, the number of unfinished submissions, the unfinished issue submission ratio, and finally the ratio of issues solved by in-system advice. This report will give you an understanding of how effective your guidance and advice pop-ups are. You can easily schedule these reports to be sent out to yourself as often as you like. To set this up, simply click into a report and then click on More Options. You can schedule these reports to be sent by email every day, on multiple days throughout the week, once a week, or once a month. Once you are happy with all of the settings, remember to press Save. This can help you to keep on top of the number of issues being submitted on Fixflo, as well as letting you know whether your guidance and advice pop-ups are working. You will need to have administrator rights in order to access the Setup section on your left-hand menu sidebar. By clicking on Setup, a drop-down will open up for you. We will go through these options one by one, starting with Settings. Here you are taken to the Issue Settings tab. Towards the top of this tab, you can turn on that all reported issues will require a photo or a video when submitted. This will allow you to have a more complete report. By default, this is always switched to No. If you amend this setting, you must remember to scroll down and click Save Settings. It is worth noting that we would not recommend that you amend this setting, as not all issues require a photo, and this can be a frustration to occupiers. These additional questions were added to help keep everyone safe during COVID-19. If these are turned on, then they will become mandatory for occupiers to answer before they can submit a maintenance issue on Fixflo. These will then appear on the PDF report and also on the email that you receive when a new issue is reported. You can select whether or not you would like to request pet information, alarm information, and parking restrictions information from occupiers when they report maintenance issues on Fixflo. These will be optional fields, but they can help to prompt the occupier to add this information before they submit the issue. The next tab is called Contact Settings. The central email address is a mandatory field. This is the email address which you would like all newly reported issues to be sent to. Please note that if you have either team or agent assignments for postcodes set up, then the email will go straight to the assigned agent or team and it will not reach the central email address. You can also add CC email addresses in the Email CC field. If you are adding multiple email addresses here, then please add these email addresses on separate lines and add a semicolon after each email address to ensure that this is set up correctly. Once you have made any amendments, you must click Save Settings to save these changes. On the Notifications tab, you can set your preferred notifications. These are split between agent and occupier notification defaults. Again, if you make any changes, you must remember to press Save once you are happy. The Preferred Languages tab is where you can select the top 3 languages which sit on the left-hand corner of the occupier side of Fixflo. This is where their language tool sits. Occupiers can report maintenance issues in over 40 languages. Depending on your occupier base, you may want to amend these to better suit them. You can choose up to 3 languages to sit on the right-hand side of English UK, which is the default language. Each language is also listed in English here so that it is clear for you, and you can select none if you wish. Once you have changed a language, you must click Save Settings. External references allow you to add your external tenancy agreement reference name, which will then add as another field on the Contact Details section when an occupier submits a maintenance issue. If this is left blank, then this field will not appear. You can state the allowed values from the drop-down available and add a maximum length. The Ombudsman and Deposit Scheme tab allows you to enter your deposit scheme, membership number, property ombudsman scheme, and a membership number. If added, then this information will pull through to the PDF document of the issue. This is available to both you and the occupier. On the T's and C's tab, you will see your terms and conditions, as well as be able to download your data protection and impact statement, our statement of usage data, and the Fixflo privacy notice. By clicking on Billing Details, you can set up a direct debit, if this isn't already set up. You can view your invoices here too, as well as amend your billing contact details, view your order forms, and cancel your subscription. If you have an integration set up, then you will want to click on Integrations to ensure that you link Fixflo with your CRM system. This will enable information to push from Fixflo through to the system which you use. For more information on this, you can visit our help site and search for your CRM system to ensure that you have set this up correctly. By clicking on Content Edit, you can view and make changes to the emails which are sent out via Fixflo, as well as the guidance and advice pop-ups which occupiers see when they go to submit their issue. You will want to remain in the Content tab to make amendments to the Fixflo emails. At the top of this page, you can amend your telephone numbers. You can also make amendments to your document and email footers here. Underneath these, your emails will sit. There are a few emails which you can view and amend. To view one, you will need to click into the desired email. You can simply make any changes which you would like to on this page. Just remember to press Save once you are happy with the email. You can click on Preview to view this in a pop-up. Just to note, the email New Issues Report to Occupier is the email which is sent out to an occupier when a new issue is reported. Please note that this email does comply with Section 21 as it provides the occupier with an adequate response when they report a maintenance issue. An adequate response is responding in writing, within 14 days, to let the occupier know what you are going to do, along with the estimated timescales. Just something worth noting in case you wanted to make any changes to this email. By clicking here, you can view and amend the vulnerable occupier definition, which shows on the occupier side when they are submitting an issue. You also have the ability to amend the pop-up messages which occupiers see when they go to submit the issue. Here there are 2 options: Message to Occupier Missed Call-Out Charge and Text Issue Confirm Submission. Message to Occupier Missed Call-Out Charge is the pop-up message which occupiers see when they say that they would like to be present when the works are carried out. whereas text issue confirm submission is the pop-up that they would see if they submit the issue when they have selected that they would not like to be present when the works are done. Finally, you can amend the welcome message which sits towards the top of the occupier side when they report a maintenance issue. An example of when you may want to amend this would be for Christmas, to display your opening hours. You can also amend the templated guidance and advice pop-ups which are displayed when occupiers are reporting maintenance issues. These are beneficial as they help with two things. Firstly, they can help to filter out maintenance issues which should not be coming through to you and your team. For example, mildew in the bathroom, batteries and smoke alarms, and light bulbs and light fittings. These are all examples of occupier responsibilities, and these pop-ups can stop these issues from being reported altogether. And they can help the occupiers with first-time fixes. For example, if an occupier is reporting an issue such as a boiler issue, at-home solutions can be presented on these pop-ups. Not all issues will require a contractor, as they can easily be resolved at home. To view and amend these guidance and advice pop-ups, you will want to remain in Setup, Content Edit, and click on the Fault Tree Pop-ups tab. Here you can see all of the pop-ups which are being displayed when occupiers report maintenance issues on your Fixflo site. These are displayed in alphabetical order. Simply click into one of them and you will easily be able to view and edit this pop-up. You can see the usages of this on the right-hand side of the screen, and you can also use tokens which are displayed underneath. The usages show you which faults this particular pop-up will be shown on, and you can add tokens in order to add certain information onto your pop-ups. A good example here would be if you wanted to add your telephone numbers, which you can edit on the top of the Content tab shown earlier. To add this, simply use the token which is shown in this list. For example, to add those numbers from there, you will need to add office hours in square brackets. This is a great way to provide occupiers with an emergency out-of-hours number which they can call. If you make any changes to these pop-ups, please remember to press Save so that the changes are saved. You can click on Preview to view this in a pop-up and Revert to Default. This will revert it to what we have provided as a template. Many agents use videos to help strengthen their guidance and advice pop-ups. Embedding videos straight into your pop-up is a fantastic idea, as occupiers can view the video from within the pop-up itself, meaning they do not need to click into another link. To do this, you will need to use a video which is hosted on a platform such as Vimeo or YouTube. You can either create your own videos or use someone else's. If you are going to use your own, then please remember that these videos will need to be hosted on a video platform before embedding them onto your guidance and advice pop-ups. It's important to bear in mind that if you do use someone else's videos, then the video will not display on the pop-up if they take this video down. For example, I am going to embed a YouTube video onto a guidance and advice pop-up. Once you have found the video you would like to use, then simply click on the Share button. From here you will need to click on Embed and then Copy. This copied material is what you will need to paste in the source code view on this pop-up. Once you have pasted this and pressed OK, you will see that the video has now embedded directly into the pop-up for occupiers to watch when they view this. Don't forget to press Save. We have an article available on our help site which can give you some ideas of videos which you may want to embed onto your pop-ups. Please feel free to check this out. To both add and remove icons and add guidance and advice pop-ups where we haven't, you will need to click on Setup and Fault Tree Edit. Here you can see the occupier side of the site on the right-hand side, and if you select a fault category, that will then appear on the box on the left-hand side of the screen like this. You can make the occupier side of Fixflo more minimal by removing categories of your choice. For example, if you have no swimming pools at any of your managed properties, you can remove the swimming pool fault category by selecting Hide Category icon. Any hidden categories will still appear on the right-hand side of the screen, with the word hidden over it. To add guidance and advice pop-ups where we haven't, you can simply click into a fault category and continue to drill down the fault path just like an occupier would on their side. You will then see the current pop-up. This will either display the pop-up here or show as none. You can either copy over from another templated pop-up or simply click on Add New to add a completely new pop-up here, helping to guide your occupiers who select this fault. Once again, remember to save any changes. Finally, you can click on Design to upload your logo and amend your colour scheme, helping you to keep your Fixflo site on brand. Promoting Fixflo to your occupiers is incredibly important to ensure that you get the most out of Fixflo. The next section of this video will take you through the benefits of promoting Fixflo effectively. The benefits can be split out into both benefits to you and your team, as well as benefits to your occupiers. The benefits to you are: it will help to increase the number of self-reported issues, reducing the number of unnecessary jobs coming through to you. It will reduce the number of phone calls and emails you receive, saving you and your team time. With each issue submitted, you will receive one full report with all of the information on it, meaning that you can resolve the issues for your occupiers as quickly and efficiently as possible. This can help to increase the time to job instruction and overall increasing your first-time fix rate. You can capture photos and videos of reports submitted on Fixflo, giving you a more complete report. It will help to streamline all issues into one place. You can set up issue assignment on a per agent or team basis, ensuring that the correct people are dealing with the issues. And it will help to keep you compliant with Section 21, as an adequate response is sent out to the occupier once they have reported a maintenance issue. An adequate response is responding in writing within 14 days, letting the occupier know what you are going to do, along with the estimated timescales. This is covered off for you in an email which is sent straight to the occupier once they have reported an issue. Now let's go through the benefits of using Fixflo to your occupiers. It will let your occupiers know that this is the best way to report maintenance issues to you. It will allow your occupiers to report maintenance issues anytime. As Fixflo is cloud-based, occupiers can report issues using any device, for example a laptop, an iPad or a mobile phone. Occupiers can use the language tool on Fixflo, allowing them to report issues in over 40 languages. They will be aided by your guidance and advice pop-ups, which can help to filter maintenance issues out. Please note that it is important to understand that promoting Fixflo to your occupiers is something which you and your team will need to embed into your business. To help ensure that occupiers get into these good habits of using Fixflo and to establish success, you will need to continue promoting your Fixflo URL. We have many ways to help you do this, and we will explore these options shortly. Before we go through the promotion options available to you, it's important for you to understand exactly what you need to promote. If you have a portal set up which takes occupiers through to Fixflo, then you will need to ensure that you are promoting this portal to occupiers and giving your occupiers the correct instructions to get there. If you have an iframe set up, then you will need to promote that out to your occupiers. If you are not using an iframe or a portal, then you will need to be promoting your Fixflo URL out to your occupiers. Whichever option you have, it's important to have this visible and clear to your occupiers to help ensure that this is how they report issues, rather than calling or emailing you. It really will save you and your team time. There is a Promote section towards the bottom of your left-hand menu sidebar, and every agent will have access to this. Here you can find some top tips on how to best promote Fixflo to your occupiers. On this page you can find your custom URL. This is where they should go to report maintenance issues, unless you have a portal or an iframe set up. Please note that this is also where you will go to log in. If you have multiple brands set up on Fixflo, then you'll be able to select your brand above here. Your URL can easily be copied by clicking on Copy URL. We will now be exploring our top tips on how to promote your Fixflo URL to your occupiers, and it is vital that these are embedded into your business and that you adopt our recommended processes to ensure the best usage possible. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see Flyer for your occupiers. This is fantastic to use for both welcome packs and midterm inspections. If you click on Download, a new tab will open up with your branded flyer. This will have your logo, colour scheme and your Fixflo URL. You can easily download this to your device and either print this or attach it to emails to help spread the word about Fixflo. The next option is to use the Occupiers User Guide. This is also a flyer, but it will show the occupier a quick step-by-step process on how they can report issues on Fixflo. By clicking on Download, this will appear in a new tab, and again this will be branded with your logo, colour scheme and your URL. You can see that this will show your occupiers how to use Fixflo in 7 easy steps. It includes some benefits here, such as the fact that this is available in over 40 languages, and that there are guidance and advice pop-ups on the site. Once again, this can easily be downloaded. These flyers can be used on their own or together. The next option is to text your occupiers. To do this, please click on Get Texting Now, and you will be taken to a screen with 2 tabs, Credit Balance and Send Message. Your credit balance is shown at the top of the Credit Balance tab, which you will be taken to. By clicking on Contact Us, you will be taken to your emails and a message will populate for you. Simply click on Send and we will then be notified and provide you with 200 credits free of charge. Once you have a credit balance, you will then be able to send texts to your occupiers. Underneath the credit balance, you can see the text message. This will show you the default message, but you can of course amend this if you wish. Please keep in mind that there is a character allowance and this is displayed here. You can amend this message, but you must include your URL. Once you have made all the necessary amendments, you can click Save. Once happy, you will need to click on the Send Message tab and you can add the telephone numbers in this field. Simply add 1 number per line and please include the 0. You can then send message. Please note that if you would like us to send the text messages for you, then simply send your contact at Fixflo an email with an Excel document with the numbers all in one column. Please do not include names due to GDPR. Let them know what you would like the text message to say, and we can send this out for you. The benefits of texting to promote Fixflo are: texts are difficult for occupiers to miss. From the text message, occupiers will be able to click directly into your URL. This will take them straight through to Fixflo, where they can report a maintenance issue. They will be prompted to save this as a bookmark, which will show as a web app on their phone. This is a constant reminder of Fixflo, allowing them to simply click on the logo from their phone, access Fixflo, and submit a report. Over 80% of all issues submitted are reported via a smartphone. Once text messages have been sent, the results will show underneath, so you can see the number, the time and the date the message was sent, and the message status. Email signatures can be added to your emails, so that every time you send an email, an occupier will be able to see that you use Fixflo for maintenance. By clicking on View Buttons, you can find the 4 buttons which can easily be downloaded by selecting the chosen email signature, adding this to your email provider in your signature. Remember to add your Fixflo URL as a hyperlink so that occupiers can click on this to access Fixflo when you email them. Underneath these 4 ideas, we have some more top tips for how you can promote Fixflo to your occupiers. This video will continue to take you through these top tips, but please remember that these methods will need to be embedded into your processes and they are not simply a one-off solution. The first promotion tip is to add Fixflo to your website. This is a fantastic way to direct traffic through to Fixflo. Rather than an occupier finding your number or email address, they will instead find a button to take them through directly to your Fixflo site. There are different ways to do this. You can either host your Fixflo reporting page on your website through an iframe. There are instructions on how to do this on our help site. This is easily accessed from this link. If you decide to use an iframe, then remember you will not be promoting your Fixflo URL, as this is no longer where occupiers will be going to report issues. Instead, you will want to promote the URL for that iframe. Alternatively, you can link Fixflo as a menu item, or add a Report Maintenance Problem button. We do have buttons which you can use for this. Again, these are accessible from within the Fixflo help site. If none of these buttons suit your branding, then you can always ask your marketing team to create one for you instead. Next, we have Edit Your Voicemail and Direct Occupiers to Fixflo. This can help to reduce the number of voicemail messages you receive. Voicemail messages can be crackly and incomplete, so it's best to direct these issues directly to Fixflo instead. If you are going to amend your voicemail message, then we would recommend that you keep your message clear and spell out your Fixflo URL so that occupiers can fully understand where they need to go in order to report their issue. Similar to this suggestion, the next one is to amend your phone tree if you have one, or consider investing in one. This will help to reduce the number of phone calls you receive, as before the call gets to you and your team, an occupier will be directed straight to Fixflo instead. Again, with this recommendation, we would suggest that you ensure your phone tree is clear and that you spell out your Fixflo URL so that occupiers can easily find where to report maintenance issues. It is important to mention Fixflo in all key interactions with your occupiers. There are certain situations where you will be discussing maintenance issues, and for these, we would recommend that you mention Fixflo and provide your occupiers with your URL. You can support this conversation with the flyers mentioned earlier in this video. Within this article, we also have guidance on how to prepare for seasonal and festive periods, such as Christmas. You can add or amend your canned response emails. By clicking into this article, you can see some ideas for adding an out-of-hours message, directing occupiers towards Fixflo, as well as having an automated canned response for all emails. So, if an occupier has emailed in to report an issue, they are made aware that all issues should now be reported using Fixflo instead. You can host information about Fixflo on building notice boards to help occupiers understand how to report issues. You can use the occupier flyer and user guide for this. These include your Fixflo URL, helping to direct occupiers that way. Although we have many options for promotional content, you can always create your own if you would like to. Any additional content produced could be used to complement ours. Remember to always include your Fixflo URL on all promotional content. Some examples of what you could create are move-in packs for new occupiers, posters for notice boards, fridge magnets, and keyrings. Further, you could always use social media posts to aid promoting Fixflo to your occupiers. There is also a video which you can link out to occupiers to help explain to them how to use Fixflo. This can be easily accessed by clicking here. Simply click on the video and you'll be taken to YouTube, and this is what you should link out. It's just under 7 minutes long, and it will really help your occupiers to better understand how to report maintenance issues. Copilot is your automated works assistant, and it sits here on your left-hand menu sidebar. By utilising Copilot, you can automate notifications to be sent onto parties regarding issues as soon as they are submitted. Copilot works by setting up rules to say if X happens, you would like to automate Y. When you click into Copilot, you will see this screen. This means that there are currently no rules and therefore no automations in place. If you would like to add a rule, you can click on Add Rule either here or here. There are a few templates available, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to select the empty rule. The first thing you will need to do is add the rule name. We would recommend that you are always as specific as possible here, so that it is clear what this automation will do. This can be particularly helpful for other agents who may see this. You can then click Enabled. Please be aware that rules can easily be disabled and enabled later on too. Next, you will want to set up your filters. This is done by clicking here. There are a number of filters you can add, but please note that many of these are not available for Fixflo Basic users, and you will need to upgrade to either Fixflo Essential or Fixflo Professional to use these. This video will now take you through these filters one by one. The first one is Any. This is very broad and it means that you would like to automate any issue. The second one is Period. This allows you to set up a rule for a certain period of time. For example, Christmas and New Year, or over a particular bank holiday weekend. This is non-recurring. The next filter shows Fault. This allows you to select certain faults to automate when they are reported. Fault priority is where you can select certain fault priorities to automate. For example, you could select that emergency issues are automated only. Time allows you to set up automation at recurring times, for example, every weekend. Location is where you can add in postcodes to say that you would like specific postcodes to automate via Copilot. Property, property tag, landlord, raised by and under warranty are all available by upgrading to either Fixflo Professional or Fixflo Essential. Is communal is only available for build-to-rent customers. You can apply as many filters as you like to each Copilot rule. For this example, I'm going to start by adding fault. As you can see, this brings up all of the fault categories which occupiers see when they report maintenance issues. You can select a whole category like this, meaning that all of the issues under this category will automate. Alternatively, you can expand each section and drill down to get really granular about what is automated. For this example, I'm going to click on Doors, Garages and Locks and open up Locks and Keys and tick Key Lost. By expanding this section, I can see exactly what I have selected. For this example, I am happy as I would like to automate any of these issues. Once you are happy, simply click on OK, and as you can see, that filter is then added to this rule. I am now going to add another filter and select Time, as I would like to set this rule up to recur on a weekly basis. You can see that by choosing this option, all of the hours within the week are displayed, and you can easily select an entire day like this, or hours like this. Once you are happy, again please click OK. You can now continue adding filters until you are happy with everything. It is important to understand that when an issue is reported, it must match your filters exactly in order to automate as per your Copilot rules. Once you are ready, you can now add an action. You can add up to 2 actions per rule. By clicking here, you can see the actions available, although please note that 2 of these are available only for Fixflo Professional and Fixflo Essential customers. Do Nothing will be explained later on in this video. Fixflo Basic users can use the action Notify. By selecting Notify, you can select a user to be notified when the issue is reported. For Fixflo Basic, you can choose the options Agent or Occupier. If you would like to use any other options, you will need to upgrade. Alternatively, you can always add an email address manually by clicking here. This will then update this email address or a user with the message you add below. For my example, I want to notify the occupier that as they are locked out and it's the weekend, I would like them to call a specific locksmith who is happy to be called at this time. Once you have added your message, click OK and you can see the action has now been added here. The actions Instruct Works and Request Quote can only be used on Fixflo Essential and Fixflo Professional. This is a brilliant way to automate works directly onto a contractor, helping to save you and your team time. There will be some information on how you can upgrade later on in this video. Once you are completely happy with your rule, please press Save. This rule will now sit on your Copilot rules. Going forward, when an occupier reports an issue on your Fixflo site, the first thing which will happen is it will go to your Copilot rules and see if exactly what has been reported matches the rules you have set up. If it does match exactly, then the works will automate, and in this case, an additional email will be sent out to the occupier. Do Nothing allows you to set up certain postcodes, faults, or times not to automate. If you would like everything to automate except for only on a certain day, for example, then you could add a rule for that day and add the action Do Nothing. This rule would then need to be added to the top of your rules to exclude this from automating. The reason for this is because if an issue comes in and you have more than one rule set up on Copilot, it will go through your rules in the order that you have set them up, and it will automate on the first one which completely matches what you have set up. Therefore, the order of the rules is really important. Please note that the action Do Nothing is used far more in Fixflo Essential and Fixflo Professional. We have two other product levels available for you, Fixflo Essentials and Fixflo Professional. These allow you to fully manage an issue within the system, enabling you to communicate with all parties, request landlord approval, ask for quotes, and instruct works onto contractors. Further, it can help you to collect feedback, provide a full audit trail of all issues, and it offers automation of works. If this is something which could interest you, then you can click here. By clicking here, you will be able to find a short 4-minute video to see more on this. If you would like to arrange a demonstration, then please contact support@fixflo.com and someone will be in touch. If you need any help at any point, you can always click on the Need Help widget, which sits on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. By clicking here, you can search for help. This will search through all of the articles and videos we have available. This is the fastest way to get your questions answered. If the article or video does not answer your question, then you can always contact our support team by clicking here. Someone will get back to you as soon as possible. We are always happy to help. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, please contact support@fixflo.com and someone will be in touch.